Tonight, we have team coverage tonight on this winter storm, tracking it and all the new developments and the impacts on communities throughout our region.
We start with ABC 10's Luke Clary, who is live in Forest Hill. Luke, such a sad development. What do we know so far about this case?
Hey guys, yeah, we're here in Forest Hill where, as you can see, people are still digging out of multiple feet of snow here. This is what we know so far about the 80-year-old woman who died due to the weather here, the severe weather. Her name was Lori Barton, and she was 80 years old. We've spoken with a number of people here in this community who say that they believe that she was out on her porch, and there may have been some kind of collapse due to just the intense volume of snowfall here. As you can see, I mean, it's just incredibly deep and heavy snow. Everywhere you look, you see people trying to dig out of here. This is not normal for this area in the foothills. About a year and some change ago, they got a large snowfall that a number of people here refer to as Snowmageddon, and this is 2 or 3 feet beyond that. A lot of people wanting to share their condolences and prayers with the family. It's a small, tight-knit community, so many people are feeling a deep sense of pain and a deep sense of loss here. We're still working to learn more details about exactly what happened. We'll have more for you as we continue to track this investigation from Forest Hill. Back to you.
Yeah, Luke, truly a tragic outcome from this storm. We know that there is still a lot of information that we need to gather, but it's certainly a reminder to check in on your elderly loved ones and friends. We know that the Placer County Sheriff's Office is still investigating exactly what happened here. Luke, thank you, and be safe out there.
Well, tonight, nearly 10,000 people are still in the dark in the foothills. And keep in mind, some people lost power on Sunday. New tonight, there is growing concern about those cold conditions. In higher elevations, people are doing whatever they can to try and survive. ABC 10's Kurt Rivera has more tonight in Amador County.
Chainsaw in hand, John Velvo is cutting up limbs from a pair of large pine trees that fell in his front yard.
We just got a whole bunch of snow, and these 2 trees went down and blocked my driveway.
But that's not all he's dealing with. Like many here in this town of roughly 1,400, his power is out, thanks in part to these down power lines. Along Pioneer Creek Road, Michael Bates and his son Luke were busy shoveling their driveway full of snow.
It's a lot of fun, but it's a little more than we can handle.
That's because there's no power here, too.
You can't take a shower, you can't flush the toilet.
Michael's solution, you might say a pioneering one.
We take water out of the creek to flush the toilet, you know, and that's how we do it.
While utility crews lined Highway 88 to restore power, a generator powered the Pioneer hardware store. Dark aisles, no worries, as long as you can stay open for business.
For necessities like wood pellets or ice melt or snow shovels, whatever we have left, we've been hit pretty hard the last 3 days, you can imagine.
And here in Pine Grove, it's not just the power out, but this gas station too, after its roof collapsed. The weight of the snow was too much for one section of the roof. One car parked underneath suffered some damage, but most importantly, no one was hurt. Back in Pioneer, the digging out continues. Dan, who gave us just his first name, sums it up this way.
It's way the worst. Yeah. I've never seen this much snow here.
What's your advice for people up here?
Don't come up here.
Yeah, PG&E says more than 4,000 customers are still in the dark in Amador County alone, and Pioneer is impacted the most.
And take a look at these before and after shots of a building in South Lake Tahoe flattened because of the heavy snow. This happened this morning on Melba Avenue when the building collapsed, leaving only one wall standing. The South Lake Tahoe Fire Department says if you can, hire an expert to remove that snow from your roof to avoid the heavy weight of that snow from damaging your home. People living in Myers near South Lake Tahoe have been digging themselves out of the snow for 4 straight days now. Many say if not for this welcomed break in the storms, they would be buried in. Neighborhoods like this one have turned into snow mazes. You can see the walls of snow several feet high, reaching mailboxes as you see there and signs. Some homes that haven't started the process have snow blocking their doors. For local businesses like Tube Tahoe, they have to plow every day, multiple times a day, just to make sure they can be open for business this weekend.
It's been pretty tough to get going because we've seen so much snowfall this year. It's just been absolutely insane. I've been here since 1995 and I've never seen this much snow at one time.
Says it all, right? There are at least 2 chain control spots for drivers heading in both directions on Highway 50 from Placerville to South Lake Tahoe. We talked with Caltrans, who say their goal is to continue to maintain clearance across the road. Eastbound Interstate 80 is now partially reopened. Big rigs are still restricted. Chain controls are still required from Kingvale to Truckee. And keep in mind, westbound I-80 is still closed at the Nevada state line. So some progress being made there. But Monica, if people are outside shoveling all that snow, don't be fooled by the sunshine. We are still in that icebox.
We certainly are. Freeze warning still in effect for tomorrow morning. You can see the areas shaded in purple here. Overnight lows in the 20s and 30s. That is cold enough to kill crops, vegetation, protecting plants, people, and pets. A high priority for tonight. And also pipes where temperatures are dropping into the 20s. So outdoor plumbing and pipes, we need to be protected as well. As far as our lows this morning, in the 30s for the valley and the foothills, single digits for much of the Sierra. Lots of icy spots out there this morning. Now, the 2 contributing factors that will actually get us colder for tonight, wind and clouds. First, the wind, it's going to start to calm overnight. Clouds mostly clear, and that's going to lead to maximum cooling. The wind actually keeps the warmer air closer to the surface. We lose the wind for tonight. That means with the light winds and the clear skies, as you can see here, all the way through the valley, virtually cloud-free skies for tonight. There is no buffer for all of that cooling to take place throughout the valley for tonight. Our coldest night in this 10-day forecast, where those lows drop to about 30 for the valley, 20s for much of the foothills, and right about 0 to 5 degrees in the Sierra. Don't take your eyes off that long-term forecast, though. Lots brewing in the Pacific. We're right back to our winter storm watch. More on that coming up.
Monica, thank you. You can find the latest information on weather, road and school closures, breaking news, and more on our website, abc10.com, and on our free ABC 10 app. You can also upload your photos and videos. You just might see them here on air.